Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 9th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And last episode, we actually made like a real book. It was a big deal. We were all happy and celebrating at the end, and pictures were drawn and plants were cut down for paper. Everyone did their part, and we actually succeeded in our goal. It's something to be pretty happy about, I would say. So yeah, this episode, not sure what we're gonna get. I'm sure more stuff will happen though. So let's see the specifics of that. 3, 2, 1, play. A picture book. Yeah, mine could not have done all this alone. Everyone did their parts. Screw you. And you too. Like, you both could be equally screwed. You're just jealous that you're not as amazing as mine. And you never will be. So take that. I showed them. But nothing I can do can take away the happiness mine has right now. Because she has her friends, her family, her business stuff, her retainers, her book. She's in a pretty good place right now, I would say. A few evil douchebags aren't going to ruin that. And they tried, they'll have a fight on their hands. Is that one shot there? Is the baby in that shot? Like, it's kind of... it's not all that clear, but that might be what she's holding in that shot. Never thought about it until now. I'm really not one to analyze openings and stuff. That's really not what I do. In fact, generally when EDs play, my mind kind of just phases out. That's why I end up missing stuff. Harvest festivals and staying home. Yeah. I'd be okay with staying home. That's my element. If it's been more than a day, it's been far too long. And what's happening over here? Right, okay. Yeah, she knows a douchebag when she sees one. I just know the quickest way to get you to go away. Yeah. Eventually she'll make him kneel before us. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I definitely got the logic, which is why I didn't say much. But yeah, he has a point too. But might want to wait till you have some like more accomplishments under your belt before you try to push things too much. Oh no. Clearly a tornado came through here. I don't know how you could possibly think that would be okay to do. Yeah, no more bowing to him. Gonna get a little knife and stab him in the shins. That would probably be the smart thing to do, but I like the knife stabbing idea better. Must suck to be 2 feet tall and you could easily be picked up and carried away. I mean, it's cute seeing mine like this, but Okay. She's still going in the background. I don't know. I can't describe it, but that's amazing. Just her way of venting her frustration. Just heavy breathing, anger, pouty, heavy breathing. I'm gonna go back to that later. Yeah, it was a big mess. Yeah, that one asshole, we don't know his name, but I can tell you his face. Although we are making an assumption, to be fair. Man, the rage. Wow, a bloody carnival. Oh my god, you were on a roll today. Yeah, you don't mess with libraries. That's one thing she will not forgive. Just, wow. Why can't I do that? That seems entirely reasonable. I mean, they were completely reasonable. Just all of this mind stuff was amazing. Yeah, that would make sense. It's a terrible reason, though. That could take a while. I'll make my own sorting system. It'll be better. Oh. What? What did you just think of, mine? Make it your own library, your own flavor to it? Yep, that's pretty much exactly what she was thinking. It'll be my library. It'll be great. You really are. Yes. I'm sure everyone will be okay with that. Yeah, I'm sure they'll understand a Japanese way of doing things. Just... I can't handle all this mind gloriousness. It's just getting to be too much. I need a break from it. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. You're a librarian? Yep. Yes, that's the end game of the show. You become a true librarian. If only he knew what went on in that little head of hers. But I don't care what anyone says, mine is just one of the best anime protagonists I've seen in a long time. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Luckily, all that mine stuff cheered me up. I can't feel too mad after all that. Especially she's not mad anymore. Because now she sees the potential opportunities that this causes. You missed a lot. They are very confused now. Yeah, who needs to go to some stupid harvest thing when you could do this? Maybe you could organize books in a library. That's where the real fun is. Good thing she has retainers to help. Do I have to? It's like almost like reading a manga when you're trying to clean your room, you know, you get distracted. Reminds me of that. Man, that book is huge. It might be bigger than he is. At least comparable. I can't lift this any higher, mine. It will crush me. Oh, never mind. That's a big book. Mine little witch costume. It's cute. It's really cute. How many outfits has she already worn in chibi imagination sequences this episode? That's rather empty. Did anything get stolen? Huh. That's interesting. What does that mean? Yeah, do you have an answer for this? Okay. I kind of figured they were just in a special place. That makes the most sense. Well, I organized things, so I know. Yes, like magic. He's impressed again. Yeah, we're gonna go in the secret room again to have a chat about this. Dewey Decimal System? Yeah. I've heard of that, yeah. Yeah, that. I know a little bit about things. Not that he knows anything about any of that. Love mine so much. This is the best mine's been in a while. This episode. That's a good question. He's busy thinking about some of the things you just said. About people that don't exist. We're getting pretty close with the camera. Don't say that. Don't crush my hopes and dreams like that. Well, I guess. But it's a little bit different. No, Noble's Academy, okay. I guess that's a thing. That makes sense. Peerage, yeah. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh god, she got even closer to the camera somehow. I didn't think that was gonna happen. He told me I couldn't read books. It's very upsetting, man. I'm not sure what to do about this now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a great time watching this episode. Uh, just stop sucking. Suck less than you currently are. That's all the advice I can give you. Yeah. My eyes are watering. Uh, uh. Oh no. Well, just don't let them hurt themselves. Nice. Gonna have to rewatch most of the entire episode on my own time. It's got that handmade feel to it, you know, homemade. Are you impressed, Benno? Praise me. Wilma? Wilma's Wilma. Oh no, he's talking about that again. We never think about that. I mean, yeah, life's not all about just making a profit. Okay, you two, calm down. Yeah, I mean, gotta sell books eventually. Well, then do it. Just do it. Other stuff. Like what? Like, cause you still sound so angry as she's explaining. Right? So yeah, just go get those for me. Yeah, just pull more solutions out of your ass. That's how we solve problems. The word look way too much like Corona for my liking. Nice. Yeah, briefly. Thanks. Yeah, that one's on its way. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He probably wants at least one boy in this family. But yeah, I certainly wouldn't complain about having a daughter either. Yeah, you got a lot you do behind. You're a busy person. So, what are you up to? Still can't read that. Nani? Don't underestimate mine. You have no idea what she's capable of yet. it's a really amazing thing when you can just bring other worlds' knowledge to a new world. You just become such an influential person. All right. That went pretty smoothly. Well, yeah, it's hard to not stand out when you're a literal embodiment of perfection. Yeah, let's try to avoid that. Maybe we could station guards there. Yeah, I'm sure there's worse things that could happen. I don't want to think about that, though. Yeah, that was the idea. Okay. I suppose it would be. Fair enough. I wouldn't let a blizzard keep me away from mine. But that's just me. Yeah, this episode just... So much of what makes mine was in this episode. I loved it so much. There was just so much... There was so much mine goodness, I could hardly take it all. I almost want to take a break halfway through the episode to just calm down a bit, but can't really do that when reacting with how I do things. It's just interesting when you see a show like this that's kind of like the amazing protagonist kind of makes the show. It's, you know, and yet there's other shows, I don't want to name names because I don't want to piss off anyone, but there are other shows where the protagonist is just so unlikable or just uncareable, like you just can't care about him at all, that it just makes it where you can't get into the show. Like, so I'm just thinking about various shows that would be improved if we just had mine as their main character, and there's quite a few of them. This is definitely the best role that the voice actress has done. Because I've heard her with other roles, but this one I think she really just knocks it out of the park. Knight orders enemy quests. I think that would be wonderful. A few hours later. That was an excellent story. I'm sure the middle part was pretty good. I guess it would be just unthinkable. That's why it's a fairy tale. He took it very seriously. Oh, this one's just like a black and white sketch. Okay. I mean, no color is different, but still looks pretty cool, though, I would say. So, that was the 9th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And this episode was amazing, pretty much because of mine. And I'm at kind of a loss of what I should do here, because I want to go just scene by scene, talking about every little amazing thing that mine did. But I don't know, that will take a while. I don't know if I should do that. I'm probably going to do it anyway. Okay, so the first bit of conflict in this episode was just the one asshole just wrecking the library, just as an attack against mine, basically. And this caused mine to be pretty upset, pretty understandably, because books are one of the most important things to her, and the library, you know, this was just kind of the big draw of this whole priestess lifestyle. So the idea that somebody could just walk in there and ruin it because he's just an asshole, it hurts. It hurts quite a bit. And that definitely put me in a pretty bad mood. However, mine just got that way back up soon enough. So, yeah, first reaction mine had, and she did go through a roller coaster of emotions this episode, which was pretty interesting. But yeah, her first reaction was pretty much just anger. She wanted to retaliate and attack, but like I said, she's like a foot tall. Her Tennant just picks her up and carries her off. And we went to go talk to the blue-haired priest about it, because that's what makes the most sense. And she's just over here with her really angry face, kind of puffed cheeks, and just the angry inhaling and exhaling that she was doing was just so good. It was just so good. And then she talks about Bloody Carnival and all that. Just the big old range of faces she's had this episode. It was a magical thing. She even said Bloody Carnival with like this devil kind of voice, and the visuals of her having this spike mace and skull necklace and a whip, and just the bloody kanji in the background. Discussion of the guillotine and whatnot, and then just kind of evil look in her face. Just, you know what I mean? Like, just the amount of faces she made in this episode are just next level. Now, I mentioned that we had a roller coaster of emotions here for mine, and that's definitely true, because after she got over her initial, upsetness of what happened, she thought she saw an opportunity. She thought she could just reorganize it with her own system, kind of like building something back up from the ashes sort of thing. And she just puts on sunglasses, gets a mic, and just goes like full DJ or whatever you want to call it. And she just does that for describing what she wants to do. Just, come on. Yeah, like she lists off the things, history, social sciences. Just the way she does it with this kind of yo-yo kind of just she was on fire this episode. I really don't know how better to describe it. Just, she just absolutely nailed so many scenes this episode. Just the amount of great mine scenes of mine being mine was off the chart. Like, I don't think we're gonna beat this just pure number concentration of mineness. Like, I think this may have set the bar. It was truly a wonderful thing. I did get a kick out of how surprised some of the retainers were at how happy mine was. They're just over here like, this library that you love so much has been like trashed. Like, why do you look like you're having the time of your life over there, mine? What's the deal? But eventually they realize we're put on the same page that we're gonna like get this all set up in a better way. And she actually discovered that the blue-haired priest had donated some books as well, but they were missing. So, because, they gotta be like in a special place because it's a special thing, magical books. Can't just have them where anyone could read them. I mean, who knows what could happen if that was the case. Now, the next big scene was when mine was brought over to their secret chat room. Well, not chat room like a computer chat room. I mean, like their secret room where they talk about things that they don't want other people to overhear. I probably should actually use what the room's called. But anyway, I'm going to call it their secret chat room for now. So he brought her here, and they talked about the classifications and stuff, the Dewey Decimal System, and it's kind of funny when she's like explaining history stuff to him, but it's like not his history, it's a different world's history. So he's just over here like, okay, what are you talking about, mine? Like, is this more nonsense that you pull out of nowhere? Like, who is this Dewey person? I've never heard of him. Like, it'd be such a big deal. Why didn't I hear about him? That kind of thing. It's probably going through his mind. I mean, he was pretty quiet to most of the explanation, so we can only really speculate some of the things that were going on in his head. But, it's nothing too new to him, like this kind of thing coming from mine, so I'm sure none of it shocked him too much, really. But he did have definitely some very notable looks on his face. But yeah, and this one we try to get the big old close-ups of mine's face on the camera, like some rapid nodding, just the maximum mine excitement level. Like, I'm in my element here. We're having a good time. Tell me more. And there was one shot. I think it was right about here. Wow, yeah, this shot here, she had like just a terrified look, like, let me read them, please. I'll never ask you for anything else again. Please just let me. And yeah, that's when she moved her face towards the camera. Her face got really close towards the camera, almost to the point where I started to feel a bit claustrophobic, like, just back up a little bit. Just excellent camera work there. Like, it really sold the POV. Like, that was really good touch as well. Although there were so many good bits in this episode, that's just, it's so concentrated. I don't know, just, it was a lot to take in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is a pretty good mind line as well. I don't have any specific complaints, but just do it better. That was a great line. I mean, just, yeah, I can't find any specific faults with it, but I just think overall it's not great, so make it better. Just, yeah, best advice right there. It doesn't help him at all, but, you know, it's just do better. What's the confusion? Mine did eventually go talk to Benno, and whenever these scenes sort of happen, like, you know kind of how it's going to end. It's like, okay, this is cool and all, but what about the money aspect? Like, there's not really a money aspect. I just making these for the kids, the church, or orphans, like, they're making them happy, they're learning things, it's reading, it's great. Like, I wasn't really thinking about profit, like, what? How could you not be thinking about profit? What's wrong with you, mine? And then grr. Like, you know, their dynamic is always a fun one, so that's always enjoyable to watch. Although in this scene we did talk about like future, like yeah, we'll make some more general audience books and stuff like that, but we do got to get a bit more of a good mass production operation going, which it needs more stuff for, so we'll get there. We did have some discussion about the baby. Now, we don't know if it's a boy or girl, because in this world, of course, they don't have the technology to do like scans to see. And yeah, so it'll be a nice little surprise when it pops out eventually. Now, as far as speculation, like what I think it'll be, it's hard to really say, because yeah, having a boy would be a bit more balanced, because it's very much a female-dominant household, and a boy would be a nice little balance for that. But at the same time, you know, I think it'd be nice for mine to have a new little sister. That'd be nice, but I don't know. It's really hard to say. I can kind of think of reasons why there would be both. Like, well, either, really. It can't really be both. That would be quite a development, but yeah, I'm sure whatever it is, though, everyone will be happy with it. That's really all that matters at the end of the day. Well, no, disappointing thing here is that mine was talking about, like, winter being home and stuff like that, but then she goes over and talks to the blue-haired priest, and he's like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, the work you gotta do, you gotta be here for it, like, some very important stuff, we need you, you're like, you're very important for that, we can't lose you to a blizzard or whatever, you gotta be here, you gotta do it. So that was a little bit sad, you know, because they were so happy about that, but that's how it goes sometimes. And a little bit worried, though, because he talked about how the library thing, that sort of petty harassment, like, that's the least of the concern. Like, it kind of makes me think we might be foreshadowing some worse things happening, which I am a little bit worried about, because mine is like a world treasure. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to her if we can avoid it. So, yeah, I am a little bit worried now, for sure. But anyway, I think that's everything I really got to say on the episode. I know 90% of my discussion was just, mine is amazing, isn't she? Like, that was kind of most of it. So yeah, if you don't care much about mine, you might have not been too happy with this episode or my discussion on it. But I had a great time. I loved it. I loved all of this. The voice acting of mine just blows my mind with just how she's bringing her A game with the role. It's just amazing. Like, it's one of the best voice actress performances I've seen in a long time. Like, just, it's kind of amazing. Like, I most associate the voice actress with Miku from Symphogear. That's kind of what I know her best at. With Tsukihi from Monogatari being, like, a close second. But once this show is... With this show, like, this is going to be kind of like the role that I know her for now. I think so. Because she just... I mean, her role with Tsukihi wasn't bad or anything like that. But I think this is just, like, noticeably better. It just is. Like, I cannot believe the difference. It's just crazy. It's mind-blowing. I'm gonna get very upset when the show eventually, like, ends for good. I don't know if I can handle that. But, anyway, yeah, that's really all I got to say on the episode. It was good stuff. I loved it. One of my favorite episodes, like, hands down. I hope you liked it, too. I hope you at least liked it, at least half as much as I did, because that would still be pretty good. And I look forward to the next episode. Thank you for watching. And a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.